Hello, my name's AJ Bikar, and I'm going to try and teach you some mindfulness today and maybe explain a little bit about where it came from and how you can use it at work. In 1974, a chap called John Kabat-Zinn went to the University of Massachusetts Med School and decided he wanted to try this thing called contemplative medicine. The contemplative part of the medicine was this idea that the patients would do the drugs, do the surgery, do the rehab, but also that they would meditate. And over the next 40 years, he had 28,000 patients and hundreds of clinicians, physicians and researchers, and all manner of white coats, who literally proved beyond all reasonable doubt that this approach to medicine, this integrative approach, was enormously beneficial in terms of recovery times and in terms of recovery rates. Now, what is mindfulness? What is the practice of mindfulness? Well, in many ways, it's a bit like being introduced to an old friend. It's a bit like looking at yourself in the mirror for the first time. And let me try and give you a little bit of an experience to show you that. What I'd like you to do is to find a seat, or if you like, you can do this standing up, but it's perhaps easier to do sitting down, and just get yourself comfortable. And just try that for a second. Just close your eyes and look into the mirror for the first time. Look at that person, that reflection, that laughs when you laugh, that cries when you cry, and that just genuinely wants the very best for you and nothing more. And let's see if you can rise to a bit of a challenge. Now, I'd like to say that this is a challenge that's actually easier to do the less hard you try to do it. So always lean towards letting go rather than striving. Let's see if you can bring your entire cognitive awareness, all of your thought process, to your breathing. I'm going to tell you a couple of things to help you out. First of all, focus all of your cognitive awareness on breathing in through your nose. The reason we do that is because there's a nerve in your nose that connects directly to your heart, which allows you to become instantly, physiologically aware of your breathing. The next thing is to touch in with your points of contact, your feet on the floor, your hands on your thighs, and your bum on the seat, and everything around you. The air swirling around your body, all of it. And the next thing is really observe the air entering the boundaries of your body, and really observe the air exiting the boundaries of your body. And finally, you may well get distracted by a thought, a memory, a feeling, an emotion, the urge to giggle, a sound inside the room, a sound outside the room. The trick is, don't fight that distraction. Allow yourself to be distracted long enough for you to note what you're being distracted by, and then simply come back to your breathing, come back to the breath. You'll notice also that in this seated position, your breathing will naturally slow and naturally lengthen and naturally deepen. So let's just try for 60 seconds just to focus all of our cognitive awareness and all of our thinking on our breath. Again, we're doing this without striving to do it. We're doing it by letting go. So here we go. I'll time a 60-second pause, and I'll do it with you. Just see if you can allow yourself to focus on your breathing for 60 seconds. Here we go. Okay, so that's very good. So now just allow yourself to come back to clock time. You can open your eyes, you can wiggle your fingers, maybe wiggle your toes, you can come back quick, you can come back slow. It really doesn't matter. And so now you've perhaps experienced at least one thing, which is that your thoughts are not necessarily joined to you. Your thoughts are somewhat abstract from yourself. You've seen yourself over here and perhaps your thoughts somewhere else. The point there is this: when someone says I'm stressed, or when someone says I'm angry, a more accurate description of what they're going through is that they're having a thought that's full of stress, or a thought that's full of anger. The simple fact is that the more you practice, the easier it is for you to be able to say that you're not going to be defined by your thoughts unless you choose to do so. So the more you practice, the more you are able to control what they call your homeostasis, your emotional stability, your emotional intelligence. So that's the end of the little introduction here to mindfulness. And I hope perhaps you've taken the first step, and perhaps you might be interested in more. Thank you.